We finally have news on the TITANOBOA by Divine Beast, but we also have some big news on another full aquatic coming to the game by the Arizoa community, and more news from El Reptiliano's Carcharodontosaurus. So let's get right into it. We are starting off today with some new news on the TITANOBOA, because we finally have some news on the TITANOBOA mod by the Divine Beast team. Firstly, we have this teaser image from the mod, which showcases just the head, and that's pretty much it. It literally shows the head and the skin detail of that. It's a pretty high res image of the mod's skin textures, and it looks really good so far. Then there is a further 26-second video showcasing the skin textures of the mod. Now, the video is quite laggy, a little bit slow and really blurry in some places, but I gotta say, the skin texture across the board looks great. Now, I couldn't tell completely, but I kinda looked like there was a little bit of iridescent on it. Now, obviously not as much as on the Helicoptrion mod, which if you want to check out the showcase of it, here it is, but it is definitely looking like it might have it. I might be very wrong there. I could be very, very blind, and it could be the lighting and the video playing some tricks on me. So if there's any corrections to that, let me know in the comments, but I do love the skin textures on it. Recently, two Arizoa mods released, Propionaphus and Leviathan, which you can check out my reviews for here. But now another one is coming. This is Himalayasaurus, and we got this wonderful teaser image of it. Now, this is a massive ichthyosaur. It was likely the biggest aquatic, ichthyosaur to ever exist. I know I said aquatic ichthyosaur. All ichthyosaurs were aquatic. That was just a really weird way I said that. You know, when you say, when you have to hit a word limit, and you just, add random words in. I guess I just done that. Anyways, this will give lead ichthyes a run for its money, and arguably would be one of the biggest aquatics in the game, unless the bloop gets even bigger. We also do have the swimming animation of it, so here it is. Have a watch and let me know your thoughts of it in the comments. Pi and Daubney are back after releasing their debut mod, which was the Pentaceratops, earlier this year. They are now teasing their next one, Albertosaurus. And this is notes from Pi that I'm going to mention about the mod really quickly. So this will be a speedy anti-lambio dinosaur with call-based attacks that deal damage. Think Tigrex, and for those who are not aware, Tigrex is a character from Monster Hunter. Anyways, back to what we've seen so far. Let's dive into the model. This is slender but also tall, very nicely detailed from what we can see, similar in height to that of their Pentaceratops, but if you want to equate it to something in-game, you're looking at the Daspletosaurus. It's similar height to the Daspletosaurus, but notably a lot less bulky than the Daspletosaurus. A close-up of the head shows more detail of the mod, as well as custom eyes, because I did mention that, or custom eye details. It is actually really well put together. I love the detail on this. It is a big step up from the Pentaceratops mod in my eyes. Now let's talk about the abilities, because we have two to showcase. We have the Mighty Roar, which is a loud roar that does moderate damage to creatures within a radius. And then you got Booming Roar, which, well, I don't actually know what it is. They didn't say what it is. They just showcased the animation for it, and it looks like it will get pounces off of you and deal a lot of damage to them as well, and I think that is it. For the skins, we have 3 skins shown off. The default skin, which we have all 3 patterns for, the Invader skin, which we also have all 3 patterns for, and then finally Tigris as well, which has all 3 patterns for it as well. And then, of course, we have the morphs. Now, there's 4 here by the looks of it. Specifically, it looks like the main changes on the head shape and the crest shape, with some getting blunter snouts with bigger eyebrow crests, and some getting longer snouts with very small crests. And of course, to wrap it up, here is 2 in-game screenshots of the mod showing we have it in engine currently, which is always great news about new upcoming mods. docjay has been working hard on some mods lately, by the way, releasing the Dankanatera TLC and the Ceratosaurus mod, and both of these I completely missed. They all release in at the same time when I'm away. The last time they done this was with the, I think it was the TLC to the Madrahorn I was away and I completely missed it, and I was so annoyed. I feel bad. I'm sorry, Docjay. I need to just start like seeing if I can pre-record these early and just get them out when it releases, because then it's just so much easier, especially when I go away. Anyways, probably some of the most exciting news from mods lately is that docjay is working on custom projectile abilities. He said this, heavy work in progress, but currently I am making a custom projectile ability. This doesn't mean it's coming to the game soon. I'm testing if I can make my own. So far you can be damaged by the rock and it does throw it, but it is in very early development. Which means dinosaurs on mods will be able to throw stuff like rocks. This example was shown with the Madrahorn throwing rocks. Now the rocks do come in very slowly. This is a heavy work in progress, so do expect that. But this is a very big step forward in my eyes. This one I'm very excited for. This is El Reptiliano and Wrath of Goliath's Carcharodontosaurus, and this thing is some serious business. Starting off with 4 renders of the mod. This is gorgeous. It's insane. I love the detail, the bulk, the model. This thing is so nice, and it's one of my favorite looking Carcharodontosaurus mods or dinosaurs in general that I've seen in a while. I said that when this thing was first teased because this thing is really nice and it is so well put together. We also get a bunch together showcasing a variety of skins. Now I'm not sure if these are separate species, but I'm sure you keen-eyed individuals will alert me in the comments if that is the case. So, we do actually have some extra information. Carcharodontosaurus will be a 5-slot, standing alongside Rex and Spino. However, this mod will specialize in higher agility and bleed utility compared to the other 2. We also get a full dossier showcase for it, so let's go over it really quickly. This talks about a few abilities, and then you have some images as well. So the first one showcases it like shoulder barging or shoulder checking a Spino, but you also go into like to the right of it. You've got an ability, warding stance. This is what it is, a shoulder bash where Carcharo pushes its weight onto its opponent. While doing this, the Carcharo is also able to avoid any large amounts of damage if timed correctly. Then of course, to the right again, you've got a showcase of gnashing refreshment, which is a new ability as well, where you can take a bite of an opponent and restore a small portion of health. This attack inflicts what is known as blood loss. When it reaches maximum stacks, it will send the target into a state of blood shock, providing the target with negative effects. Then you've got Laceration Slicer. Now this is an ability which showcases them chasing down an Himalayasaurus. It's an ability which reduces the bleed resistance of dinosaurs it bites. Also gives a bit of food and water back to the Carcharos biting it. And then you've got Iguandensis Surge, which I've definitely mispronounced, but when reaching under 50% health, Carcharo will vocalize and go into a berserker state. Temporarily removed all negative debuffs, slightly increased mobility, and takes reduced damage for a shorter period of time, which is pretty awesome. This thing is definitely going to be stacked, and I'm very excited for it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And to end things off, a very quick showcase of the Kirin, because we have this render of it by the Xargilla team, and it shows a little baby Kirin as well. We get to see the baby skin, which is absolutely adorable. I love the spots. And we also got the skin and pattern for the adult, which is insanely good as well. I'm really excited for the Kirin. I'm like, the Kirin I was aware of before, but like, this mod just looks gorgeous, and it's a really nicely put together version of a Kirin. Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts about this stuff in the comments down below. Which mod out of these is the one you're most excited for? It's obviously TITANOBOA, isn't it? But for me, it's a Carcharodontosaurus. Anyways, I'll see you all in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.